going on, everyone? Good evening, good evening. I'm not going to post a tweet out. It's fine. All right. We are live on YouTube. As you guys can see here in the small print, I have the first 10 breaks with going back to break 92, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 101 with everybody that bought a spot. What's going on, Dave? And so what we're going to do, and what I kind of explained in the chat earlier this week, is if you bought a spot, say in break 92 here, you get one entry. If you bought two spots, you get two entries, obviously, and then the numbers go up. So when we random them 6 times, the top 2 people move on. So I've got winner 1, winner 2 for each 10 breaks. So basically have 20 finalists tonight. And then we got sheet 2 and sheet 3 down here of probably Saturday night. And we got the next 10 breaks, so 10, 20, and 30. And then at the end, we'll have 60 finalists. The 60 finalists go into one final random, and then the top 3 places out of that will get I think it was $350, $150, and $100 straight cash PayPal, straight cash homie, or break credit, whatever they desire, or they can get mix and match. I don't care. If you want half break credit, cool. If you want half cash, whatever. So that's how we're going to do it. What's going on, Rob and Brian? So as usual, let's put like 3 minutes on the clock here. Do 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Put that over here. Bring it in a little closer. There, where's my clock? Just do that. So obviously admin heavy tonight. Halfway through at 5 boxes, we will open a box of chronology, which I have right here. And Matt gets his choice of the very first card. So we're going to pull all 4, obviously. But out of the 4 cards in there, he gets his choice of the first card for buying a spot. Dave, so it's funny. Bird's up there. So is Brian DeMarco. So is Brian Padigo. Matt's up there pretty well too, Matt Dreyer. And then some older breaks. There's some guys we haven't seen in a while, like Christopher Avalos, Robert Restrano. Who else? John Capeless. Some guys that kind of come and go, but they're in these first couple. Garth DeHeer, who we've seen recently popped up again, but hasn't been in a while. But yeah, that's Bird's up there, but there's quite a few guys that are mixed in from these first 10 back in the break 92 era that either have been like kind of cutting back or haven't come around in a while, but that's fine. So we will see. And then I'm going to take the phone down here, but what you'll see here as well is if we go to my Safari, I've got the 10 breaks up here already preloaded, which you can't see, but I've got break 1 here already preloaded, starting with Jim Torrance and ending with Matt Dreyer. So there's our ones here. And then also some of the breaks back then, we did either paired teams or we did, 2 or 3 teams random. So if that was the case, our numbers are less. Let me get my spreadsheet up here. So if you look at like break 109 here, we only have like half the entries because it was paired teams. So that would make sense. Obviously, everybody has 2 teams. Other ones over here, we did like 4 or 5 randoms, or we did 1 or 2 randoms back in the day. So that's, if you see like not a full column, that's why. But we'll give it 50 more seconds, then we'll get moving. I'd like to show this off again for everyone's viewing pleasure, the Hall of Fame guesses. We got the OG, Robert Valentine, then 2 of David Bird. Bird's like a Hall of Fame, just rub the magic Carson Kuhlman head and pick the winner. And then our most recent entry in cursive, Matty D at the bottom there. So again, have a lot of fun with this over the next, it'd be, today, Saturday, and then next Wednesday. Even if we aren't having breaks, we'll have some fun here drawing some names. And then, for the final one, which would be it'd be 1, 2, probably next Saturday, probably we can give some cash out to you guys and hopefully right in time for Christmas. Or like I said, if you want break credit, cool. But if you want straight cash, you got straight cash. So let's get this train going. So starting with break 92, I'm not going to read off all the names. It'd be too time intensive than with the Hall of Fame guessers. If you guys see my hands, holy cow. I've got poison ivy right now. Check this one out. This is awesome. You see my wrists there. Got poison ivy from working out in the yard, so that's awesome. Luckily, it's only contagious if my pus areas touch you. All right. Anyways, here we go. So this is break 92. It's a great idea. Yeah, cool, Dave. Thanks. We're going to do it 6 times like normal. So here's break 92. Here we go. There's one time. You see all 31 people there. Going to do it 6 times like I normally do. 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one, this one counts. We've got Lucas Wojcik and David Bird. You can see it right up there at the top. Lucas Wojcik and Birdman. I'm going to write these names down real fast. Lucas Wojcik and David Bird. All right. That's one. Next is break 93, starting with Birdman. He's got a lot of spots here, as you can see. I think Dave mentioned that. And then he actually ends at 2 when he bought the final spot. But yeah, hey, Dave, talking about that poison ivy. 2 weekends ago, I cut down a bunch of shrubs and like underbrush in the yard. No problems. This past weekend, I decided to burn it all. And I went to the doctor today and got prescriptions. She's like, yeah, you probably inhaled the flames and the smoke and the spores from the poison ivy, and that's how you got it so bad. And I've got a severe reaction to it. It's everywhere. But anyways, break 93. Here we go. There's one. We're going to do it 6 times again. You see all 31 people. And we're up to 3, 4. That's our 5th. This last one here counts. Here we go. Last one, we have Robert Valentin and David Bird as the 1 and 2 spots. Robert Valentin and David Bird. All right. Yeah, man, it does suck. I'm just so itchy right now. All right, going on to the next one, which is break 94. And we've got Bird at the top and then ending with Bird, buying the last 4 spots there. So 94, here we go, 6 times. See 1 through 31, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's going to count right here. Get the camera there. And here we go for the 6th. Robert Valentine and Winnie Tantrapon. Robert Valentine and Winnie Tantrapon. Winnie hasn't been around in a while. That's all right. Robert Valentine. And I will announce these as well. Like after the drawing's over, I can type them all up in chat. Just so we kind of have a running log if you guys were curious. So now we're on to the 4th one, which is break 95, starting with A-Rod and ending with Brad Vest. So we have break 95 here. Randomize it. See 1 through 31, of course. And 2, 3, 4, 5. This next one's going to be the one that counts on the 6th time. And here we go. We have Robert Restrano and Dustin Rory. Robert Restrano and Dustin Rory. Now, Dustin's still around every now and then. Haven't seen Robert in a while. That's all right. Robert Restrano, Dustin Rory. All right. Moving on, we are at break 96. 96, starting with Joey Picciarello and ending with Garth DeHeer. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. This next one counts. Here we go. We have David Bird and Joey Picciarello. Birdman and Joey Picciarello. All right. That's halfway through point. Let's break open a box of chronology real fast. We'll put the computer back here just for a minute. We're going to see if anybody else buy in. Nope, just Matt so far. So again, if you buy a spot right now, you'll get the number 2 card out of here, number 2 pick. But right now, Matt has it. Put my little notes over to the side here. This is it, 1920, Chronology Volume 2. See what we can do. I know there's the ripped cards in here. They're not called ripped by Upper Deck, but a card within a card. There's the Chronology Lettermans. There's the dual autographs. There's just tons of stuff in here, which is awesome. There's our seal at the box there. I'm going to put my computer down just a hair there. So the light's not on it. There we go. So the light's not there. What is the buy-in? No buy-in, Bird. It was just buy a spot right now in the case. You buy a spot in the case, and you get a card out of here. That's all. We got our pack there. Empty box. Just kind of a small bit of a give back, but buy a spot and get a card. But here we go. So Matty has his pick. Let's see what we got. All right. So off the top right here, I can see it's for the Coyotes. It appears to be Oliver Ekman-Larsson with the letter, chronology letter. And a lot of guys were talking crap about this. Upper Deck put an announcement on it. These are actually like the letters they use with like golf signs. So it looks not like the patches off the letters off the jerseys, but they couldn't get the jerseys in time. So it's basically a golf letter is what they said. I think they called it styrene or some crap like that. But Oliver Ekman-Larsson here, 32 of 35. 32 of 35 on that one. I think they're cool. It'd be cool if they were signed. This one's not, obviously. Well, Ekman-Larsson there. I know some of them are signed. Yeah, Dave. Matt's the only one that bought in. It was basically buy a spot like during the video tonight and get your choice of a card. So he's got the number 1 choice. There's 4 cards. Somebody else wants to buy in and get choice 2, choice 3, etc. Looks like Brian DeMarco just got a spot as well. So you get the second choice. Put them all on display tonight, just so you guys can see. Let me write down here. Brian DeMarco gets the second card. So our next card we have for the Blackhawks, Troy Murray. We're going back a little bit in time there. Nice looking card, though. Nice autograph. Taking up half the card. Rocking the 19. He hasn't been on the Blackhawks in quite some time. So definitely a seasoned veteran / I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Could be wrong on that. Troy Murray there. Yeah, nice auto. Nice auto and takes up half the cards. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Brian, just trying to do something a little different. Open a box and kind of preview it and, buy a spot, get a card. So you and Matt are the only ones so far. We can talk to you guys after the drawings and see who you guys want. So if this was Troy Murray, born in 62, it's 58 now. He's probably not sure if he's with the front office of the Blackhawks or not. But Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Troy Murray as our first two. Next up, we have our third out of fourth card. Got a Florida Panther. Man, this is nice. Chronology canvas. They call it Timeless Memories of Alexander Barkov. It's like a canvas card. I'm going to focus in. Focus in. Does not want. There we go. Nice one, Barkov there. Like the canvas quality. This is numbered as well. And so this is 3 of 10. Holy cow. So some super short print. And I see Dave's jockey just got in as well. Awesome, Dave. So 3 of 10 for this one for Barkov. And this is not a huge Panthers fan. Barkov's a good player, but that is just a solid auto on a canvas card. Absolutely awesome. We got one card left. Get him in here. Matt, do you have I'll show you the final one here, Matt, and then you can pick real fast. Again, we have Ekman-Larsson with the letter out of 35. Barkov here, 3 of 10. And then non-numbered Troy Murray. Yep, non-numbered. The Blackhawks. That's the 3 so far. There's one more card left. And the final card we have for the Canucks. It's numbered, non-autoed of Mr. Quinn Hughes. Get him to focus here, my camera. There's Quinn Hughes there. This is 91 of 222. 91 of 222. Still a nice card. These cards are awesome. I know they're getting a lot of crap for those letters, but they came out pretty much ahead of time saying we didn't have the patches or the letters. You had to go with plastic, and people just didn't realize it until it was dropped today. All right, Matt D. So Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Barkov, Hughes, or Murray? Your pick. Put him right there. That's whoever you want there. Matt Dreyer. Barkov, all right. Great choice out of 10 there with the nice auto. Brian DeMarco, you're up next, buddy. So Barkov's been taken, but now you're down to Ekman-Larsson with the letter, Quinn Hughes out of 222, or Troy Murray. I thought I saw him in the chat here. Yeah, he's in the chat. Yep. Murray auto. All right. Troy Murray. All right. So Dave Z, that leaves you with Quinn Hughes out of 222 or Oliver Ekman-Larsson K out of 35. Your choice there, Dave. As the last two. Dave Z says Quinn Hughes. All right. Awesome. Put him aside. All right. So I'm gonna hold those till the next break for you guys, but they will go out with those cards. But let's get back into the final 5 of the drawings. We'll pull it back up here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good. So we already did this last one, which was Bird and Picciarello. So here we are now. This is actually break 97 from way back in the day, starting with Birdman, ending with John Capeless. So 6 times as always. This one was out of 30, so we must have, we ran them off the Oilers. I actually remember this break. We had, when I was typing this off today, Bird got the Oilers on this one and basically only got like a few base cards out of the Oilers. But so yeah, when we're missing one, it was a Oilers or a Dallas Stars, which will come later, but a Oilers giveaway. So here we go. So that's 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, we have Joel Day and Dave Jockey as our top 2. Joel Day and Dave Jockey. So congrats, Dave. I know you're in here. Got your first entry. And again, we've got 30 spots or 30 breaks. This is just 1 through 10. We'll do 10 through 20, or 11 through 20 on Saturday, and then 21 through 30 next Wednesday, hopefully with breaks, but if not, no big deal. And then a week from Saturday would be the grand prize. All right, so got the ones here. Now we're on to break 98, starting with Tim Ahern, going down to Matt Dreyer as the last one. And you see 1 through 31 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th time, and this next time will count. I'm going to put it right at the top here. For the 6th, we have both top 3, actually, David Bird. So Bird and Bird with the 1 and the 2 spot. Again, it was how many spots you bought determined how many entries you had per break. Moving on to we got 3 more breaks here to the final 3. We got Birdman at the top and Brian DeMarco at the bottom. So here we go. 1 through 31 there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one will count. But at the top, we have Brian DeMarco and Matt Dreyer. And Birdman in the 3rd spot. But Brian DeMarco and Matt Dreyer. So that's awesome. Matt's on the board. Brian's on the board. Brian DeMarco and Matt Dreyer. So there you guys go. Nice to see guys actually in the chat tonight getting spots too, so that's cool. We're down to 2 now. Break 100. Break 100 with Bird at the top position and Robert Mellick at the bottom. So 6 spots here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. This one counts here at the end. We have Ryan Bever and Tom Enney. Ryan Bever and Tom Enney. We haven't seen Ryan in a long time out of Texas. Been a little while. And Tom Enney. All right. We are down to our 10th and final drawing of the night, which is break 101. Good luck, everyone. Starting with Birdman, ending with Dave Jockey. So here we go. 1 through 31, as you guys can see. That was the first time, second time, third, fourth, fifth. This one's going to count right here. Here we go. And we have Sammy Altonen and Donnie Springfield. two longtime buyers right there. So congrats, Sammy out in Finland, Donnie down in North Carolina. That's a good way to end it right there with our farthest breaker all the way in Finland, and then Donnie down 95. That's awesome. So there we go. That's our 10 spots. I'll go over the names. Here's our winners for the 10 breaks so far. So this is 20 names. Lucas Wojcik, David Bird. Robert Valentin, David Bird. Robert Valentin, Winnie Tantrapon. Robert Restrano, Dustin Rory. Birdman and Joey Picciarello. Joel Day and David Jockey. David Bird. Brian DeMarco, Matt Dreyer. Ryan Bever, Tom Enney. And then our last two just now that you can see there in front of you, Sammy Altonen and Donnie Springfield as our 19 and 20 spot. So again, that's just the first 10 breaks. We've got 20 more breaks to do, which the next 10 will be on Saturday night, hopefully with a break. And then the final 10 will be next Wednesday, hopefully with a break. And then that'll give us 60 contestants for the final drawing a week from Saturday. And that'll be the top three. We'll get the 350, 150, and 100 of the Lespy Christmas cash. So hope everybody had fun doing this at least. It's kind of cool. And we got a couple more times doing it. And I'm not even pitching the breaks tonight. You guys know where they're at if you guys want to check them out. But we will pitch the Hall of Fame guessers again, with Matt Dreyer being the most recent inductee in cursive. You see that perfect cursive right there at the bottom, followed by the card whisperer, David Bird, and then Robert Valentin as the OG, the first spot. So congrats, everybody. We'll see you guys again on Twitter here very shortly. I'm going to type these names up and put them in the chat. But have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Take care and be safe.